Actually,
So with that, starting in 3, 2, and 1, spawning up here on the top left-hand side of
top right.
Fruitland. Top, yeah, that
Yep.
top right-hand side, we have Noctum Scipio.
Gotta get them corrections in, man. We have to say everything as it is.
That's right.
And on the bottom left, Noctum Aurelius, the red Protoss species, is Scipio's longtime rival and older brother.
Aw, shit.
Also, our favorite Nick here in the observers, obviously trolling our chat at the moment, and he's not even here.
Who's Nick? I don't even know.
That is Lukash's older brother. Gekko's Gomu.
And you,
What? What?
you know how these end up already. What's the fun in that?
I haven't seen these in over a month
Oh,
and a half.
you are still killing me. You are still killing me, Smalls.
And I was actually spectating these, yes.
And we do have Scipio going to go ahead and send this first probe out. Now, as we mentioned earlier, this is an insanely small map, so you're going to see a lot of shenanigans.
Do forgive the banter you will see here, since there were a couple of other spectators during this game. And Scipio's first gateway there. A little bit behind that of Aurelius. That is not a problem.
Is this going to be a 4-gate war?
You know, something tells me no. And whether it's because I've seen this game before or I just have an intuition about Scipio's gameplay, that's up for you to decide. But I don't remember the last time I've actually seen a 4-gate out of Scipio. But as we know, for our infamous Aurelius here, he is...
Well, that's what I was trying more so to ask was, is it going to be a 4-gate out of Aurelius, or is it going to be a 4-gate out of Scipio?
I think it's going to be a 4-gate out of Aurelius. I think. I'm not positive. And if you believe me there might be something wrong with you.
I never believe you, sir. You've never given me reason to believe you on that front.
And then we see the banter here. Let's place bets. Both. Apparently, I bet they were both going to 4-gate at the time of this.
I still have yet to see that banter, so we'll have to see.
Ooh, well, I think with your actual Blizzard UI, you won't see the chat, so that is good for the stream because I'm seeing this stuff going on here right now. So hopefully, yeah, none of this stuff is just annoying the stream right now. I'm very thankful actually that this chat is not up on the stream because I am talking a lot of smack against.
Are you talking shit? What did we learn about talking shit on the internet, sir?
We have learned that it definitely improves your standing.
That's right.
Just look at Idra, man.
That's right, it does. Just look at Idra.
Oh, there's the 4th gateway.
But we do have a robo coming down, so actually I would say at this point, Scipio countering this perfectly, just by proxy of having those immortals out onto the field. He's definitely able to hold off any sort of 4-gate action that his brother can throw at him. And that's exactly what we're going to see is a 4-gate.
Yep, and we do see the probe from Scipio, of course, just all over that base. They're seeing everything that's going on, but it shouldn't exactly be a surprise because, well, I mean, this is his brother, and they've played countless times. Ooh, trapping that zealot. Is it gonna get any kills? Oh, it gets 1 probe. Excuse me, not drone. And does it get 2? It gets 2 before falling. That's 2 workers killed.
You know, it may not seem like that's a huge loss, but at least in the game of PvP, it is a very big loss because at least now you know your opponent's down 2 drones and you're down exactly 0. The other side of that is Scipio knows exactly what's going on here right now. Uh-oh. You know, point that Immortal's going to be out to deal with this. Yeah, using that probe because it's a little bit dangerous. Immortal's got just in time to make these stalkers. They're coming in. The second Immortal is on the way, so people are actually opting not to warp in any direct units at the moment.
Working finished, but 1 pylon fall.
He's entered this area. Nation 92, yeah, we've had some reports of the audio messing up. I'm not entirely sure what it is, so I'm really sorry, anybody in the chat.
Just be upload something like that. But anyway, Zealot, kind of a little bit of an impressive micro there from Scipio. It wasn't enough to save all of his Zealots, but just about.
And the Zealot's actually going to go to town on this Immortal, trying to like crab walk his way out, and the Zealot going to come in and get some more kills. More Zealots being warped in the front by Aurelius.
He needs to replace a pylon there at that warp gate because he is losing production off of that third gateway that he could be producing
But
off
look at
the same time, he's also losing mining time, pulling these probes off. He is able to clean up each of these waves, but he's not able to actually stabilize. More Zealots coming from Aurelius. He is just unrelenting.
Yeah, and now actually just going to go ahead and kill some workers. Oh, no. Looks like that got taken out. He's going to go ahead and try and take out these pylons that are warping in the front. Another Zealot does warp in, but yeah, he is slowly but surely losing all that mining time, and Aurelius needs to expand.
Yeah, he's actually getting driven out of there. The pylons have supported that third warp gate. And we'll see, yep, he's going to continue the pressure there. Doing another Zealot warp in. Good force field there from Scipio, blocking out a couple of those Zealots. Looks like Scipio is going to be able to clean up wave after wave of Zealots here. I don't think that this 4-gate's actually going to be the end of Scipio.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Scipio is looking like he's finally going to stabilize on this, and Aurelius is actually in a really bad spot considering he tacked down the extra gateway instead of actually expanding. In that position where he had Scipio pushed back, he could have expanded pretty safely.
And that pylon there, the proxy pylon from Scipio, is he going to cancel it? No, he lets it finish. And the counterattack is on the way, and with 2 Immortals, a couple sentries, and a bunch of Zealots, I think this counterattack is going to be devastating. When you've only got a few Zealots here and a Stalker, he's also got a Stargate. I'm not sure how he's going to put use to that, but the Immortals and Zealots from Scipio have arrived.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough spot to be in.
Especially because Immortals can damage buildings so much faster than gateway units. And he's going to be able to just devastate some pylons if he wants to, just take out some of the gateways, or just do a whole lot of damage to pretty much everything.
And we do have actually a Void Ray on the way here as well, but I don't think it's going to make it in time to make any difference in this battle.
There's a GG.
And there's the
Aurelius.
GG. Alright, so let's see if I can try and clean up some of these sound problems that we're having here again in between games.
So are you guys experiencing audio issues with actual like Skype, our voices, or is it game sounds that are cutting in and out, music, stuff like that? Now we will wait for the 15-second delay for a response.
Okay, so Tythor says he didn't hear any game audio. I will double check that that didn't get screwed up in my antics here. Audio artifacts, that's entirely possible as well.
Yeah, so it sounds like Skype is stuttering.
Wonderful. I will turn the game audio up as long as you guys can... Oops.
Game audio is really quiet, so I mean, really, I think that's just a factor of upload speed. Well, you're showing everyone your password, man. You don't want to do that.
It's alright, it was for the wrong email address, so... That is alright.
So is it my voice or Woodhouse that is cracking up? Because if it's mine, then it would be a Skype issue. But if it's both of us, then that's something to do with our upload.
Yeah, and that's entirely possible too. Our internet's been a little weird over here lately. So if that's the case, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm actually going to check the options to make sure everything is... Okay, so there's... Okay, so we'll turn game sounds up. Alright. Yeah, it may just be a problem with Skype, and it might just be Tythor, buddy, why you got to do that? Yeah, it's probably my connection to it as well. Like I said, our internet's been a little flaky as of late, so hopefully things clear up.
I mean, we could try putting the stream over here, but I don't know if my audio settings are all set up properly.
That's all right. We've only got this series and one more. Hopefully we can make it work.
Yeah. Game 2.
Game 2 is loading. How do I cast and have cast games and have technical issues? The NASL side might be there. I have no affiliation with people. I know, right? All right.
Is the NASL even happening anymore?
The NASL proper, no, they are not happening anymore.
I was gonna say, I haven't heard about that in a long
But
time.
the company still exists, and I believe they are doing some WCS content.
Okay. I have my replay loaded. Just give me the countdown.
Guys, I'm sorry, we're going to have to just kind of deal with the audio cutting in and out, at least for the moment.
We will work on that for next time.
Yeah, we will. I really apologize.
We don't have Zero Lambda here to stream in HD for us today.
Yeah.
Nation 92 says it's cutting out again and stabilizing. Yeah, it's going to be bouncing around here probably if it's something due to the upload speed. So.
Yeah, and I actually think it may...
Trumpet M Cool's here. Oh,
Trumpet! I actually think it may be something too, kind of like the issues Day 9 was having, where every time you go into and out of a replay, it like gets all funky. So we'll just.
Cool asking, wait, what is the HSL? Hey man, if you scroll down just a little bit, we have a picture of the logo and a good description of what's happening with the HSL. So that's where all that stuff is, man.
That's right. And with that, we're ready to go. So in 3, 2, 1. And spawning up here on the top right-hand side of Derelict Watcher TE, we do have Noctum's Aurelius, who is currently down 0-1.
And on the bottom left of Derelict Watcher, Noctum Scipio actually playing as Zerg for Game 2. This is going to be pretty interesting. He typically does play Protoss, especially against Aurelius, as we have seen in their the past few tournaments that they've played in. So I wonder what he's got up his sleeve. You know, obviously, he took that first game, so I don't think he feels threatened or anything, but maybe he just wants to switch it up or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And we have seen him in the past play Zerg and then just literally flood Lings. So I almost feel like we're going to see something like that come out of him in this game as well.
Yeah, he definitely likes that sort of play, and really, this could be an all right map to do it on. You know, the ramp there at the natural it's not massive, but it's pretty big. You could go, 14 pool, 14 hatch, and just flood Lings. And really, I'm not 100% sure how Aurelius deals with that sort of stuff, since we haven't seen a whole lot of PvZ out of Aurelius.
To answer the question from Tythor in the chat, he is not playing random truly. He either plays Protoss or Zerg, depending upon how he feels. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of random, but not really.
Also, the proxy pylon there from Noctum Aurelius. Proxy gateway. Meanwhile, an expansion coming down for Scipio, not a quicker pool. He's actually going gas and expansion. And also, something to comment about as far as Scipio playing random. He actually said to me that he hates Terran so much that he would rather there be a random button where you can remove one of the races and just randomize between two other races. Also, he would actually go and, to avoid getting Terran, just like click Protoss and Zerg really quickly, back and forth, and then when it finally popped the Q, whatever he got is what he got. Gecko's Poop's smell is in the chat here. Protoss 4-gate guaranteed.
This definitely looks like a 2-gate.
It definitely looks like a 2-gate, man. There's absolutely no 4-gate shit going on here right now. And I actually think he was observing in this game, so...
Well, it would be. It's kind of random. It's 2/3 random. That's close, right? That's 2/3. That's close to 100% random.
Tythor saying, Lings don't work well if the toss goes cannon FE, and that is a true statement. It also depends on the amount of cannons and whether we see a Baneling transition to bust down the front. But I don't think we're going to see an FE out of Aurelius here. He's just got a couple pylons here at the front, as well as obviously the 2-gate proxy here. With 2 zealots, 1 more on the way, as well as a 4th in production there.
Yeah, and this is actually going to be really devastating. The first set of Lings for Scipio are out now, but I mean, that's it.
Scipio has the Overlord in Aurelius' base, and he sees absolutely nothing, just a few pylons, so I think he knows something is up, but really it's going to take a lot of scouting to find out where exactly this is, and the Zealots are going to start pushing here shortly after the 4th and 5th Zealots are out. Dom Pruce also joining us in the chat. That is Dominic, Gecko Poops Smells' older brother, who is also observing in this game currently, or was at the time that it was played. And 4 Zealots in the main, as well as a couple Zerglings here at the main of Aurelius, but it looks like he's going to pull probes and deal with it. But
uh-oh.
Both players with units in each other's base this early in the game. The Lings are getting taken care of by those probes, but a lot of drones are being lost here just to the Zealots. You know, you can definitely handle Zergling pressure a lot easier with your workers. It's definitely not going to work here against Zealots. They're just too beefy and do too much damage, and when the spawning pool falls, this is it.
Yeah, he really can't do anything at that point. I mean, you can try it. Well, he can't even try and expand somewhere. He can build an extractor. He can do that much.
You know, we've got 2 more Zealots here. There's actually 2 Zerglings still in Aurelius' base, but he doesn't even care about that currently.
Yeah, at this point, it really doesn't matter.
You know, honestly, I think it's GG at this point. You know, there is a spine crawler there, but it's got, you know, there's hardly any health, and it is going to die there in just a few swings from the Zealots. Looks like I'm pretty sure Aurelius is going to bring this up to a 1-1.
Yeah, definitely resetting the series. That is the way to do it. And Scipio going to try and mine a little bit, maybe to drop something down, but with only 4 drones left, I don't think it's going to be nearly enough. And Scipio does GG out.
There is that GG, so we do see another 1-base play out of Aurelius.
Wonderful.
That doesn't actually surprise me at all. We actually have 12 people in the chat right now.
Nice.
I wonder if Trump and M Cool or somebody pulled some more folks over. I know Gecko Poop Smell and Don Pruce joined us as well, so that's another 2. So we've got 1 more game left.
In this
tied up, and it's effectively a best of 1.
Yeah, let's see who can pull this one out.
And I think this is actually another PvP. I don't think Scipio played Zerg again. And BattleNet is actually back online, so we are able to get in.
Wonderful.
Without screwing around with the replay files. And we will load up the 3rd game here. If I can find it. There it is. Nice. Ooh, did you trumpet? Well,
Trumpet.
Thank you for the plug, my friend. I did have Day 9 TV up before we just started the stream here. I was watching him do his day off there.
Wonderful. And I just saw Omega enter the chat.
Well, Omega's here with us. Wow.
Coming to put up with my crappy quality. It's wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. See, Omega, you're not the only one. This
come
is
on.
what happens
Come
when
on.
Zero Lambda's not around.
That's right.
What are you all come-oning about? What's going on?
You're not the only one. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Don't be
Well,
shitty.
I'm not saying anything derogatory towards Omega. He was actually telling me how he has caps on his upload speeds and stuff like that, and so um, things don't work out as well as they do when Zero Lambda's around. Anyway,
So, are we ready? We're loaded into the game. Are you
I,
loaded?
I'm pretty sure I'm ready to go. I've been loaded for a little while.
All right.
Just
So,
back and forth.
in 3, 2, and 1, so spawning down here in the bottom left-hand side of Yonsu, spawning as the red Protoss player, we have Noctum Aurelius.
And the yellow Protoss pieces at the top right of Yansu, his brother and longtime rival Scipio, tied up in this series, looking to take this game away. Switching back to Protoss is what he's comfortable with. I think, he might have been in that mentality where he was up a game, he could afford to lose one, so why not switch over to a new race and see if he can't do something funny?
Well, exactly. If you're going to throw a game away, that's the time to do it, especially when you've got 1-2 throw away.
Nation 92 in the chat. I had to get a margarita to watch this. Makes StarCraft 2 much better, along with life. I think that's... Are you saying you got to be drunk to watch us cast StarCraft Nation?
That's probably true. I'll admit I'm probably better while
That
drunk.
is not a compliment. Take that back, Jeff.
So, what do we have going on out of Scipio here? There's just the one pylon.
He might be trying to try something funky, just like he got cheesed the past 2 games. He wants to cheese his opponent back, quite possibly. But the thing is that we don't exactly see a forge or anything down just yet. Okay, he's gonna place a gateway down. So
Okay, so pretty standard. One thing I was really kind of confused about, in the first game we saw Scipio put that probe on, and he does it again here as I'm saying it. He goes ahead and puts it on patrol, and Aurelius just let it live.
yeah, I don't really know why he decided to do that. Maybe he didn't really catch it moving around. I mean, it seems like that's quite unlikely, and especially when you're four-gating, you really want to hide what's going on here.
Did you see that? Do you
That
see this?
expansion, so we actually are not going to see a proxy Q-gate, a four-gate, or any sort of early one-base all-in.
And that's actually compliment.
Scipio catches it.
I was going to say Scipio catches it, and then his compliment to it is he goes one gate and then drops his own gas down. So everything looking very, very standard for him at this point, which is shocking.
I wonder if he's just going to decide to punish this. He knows that there's Cyber Core. He knows that Aurelius does not often, do quick expansions like this. He's infamous in our club for all of his one-base play, so maybe he knows, Aurelius is just not comfortable with this sort of play, so he decides to maybe go for some sort of all-in himself. There goes the second gas. Maybe we'll see, DT, Stargate.
I'm gonna call Stargate. I'm probably wrong,
Stargate?
but I'm gonna call Stargate.
No, I would say that's a pretty good idea, honestly.
And really, the only reason I'm going down that path is because right at the very end of Game 1, you saw him go down that path as well of going Stargate.
That was actually Aurelius, was it not? Yep.
Yeah,
was Stargate.
that's who I was talking about. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that Stargate is there. Is Aurelius going to catch that, though? He does not. Oh, but he is going to very soon here. He does see what's going on there. Now, whether he reacts to it or not, that remains to be seen. We'll see if he decides to drop a Forge for some cannons or Cyber Core to get some...
I was going to say, at this point, Aurelius is really far behind in his timings. So, I mean, this is going to be... If he's going to catch something like this, it's going to have to be with things like Stalkers. It's not going to be a building hard counter yet.
Yeah, and 2 more gateways actually going down. So this is a 3-gate Stargate. I mean, it definitely feels like an all-in to me.
Yeah, I definitely tend to agree. This is going to be just a big, beefy push to just probably deliver the knockout blow.
I think it's pretty funny because if I recall correctly, while this was happening, after the first 2 games being incredibly short or, just the all-in kind of cheesy play, Scipio, told me that he wanted a longer game and he wished he could play a longer game against his brother, and then he just decides to go ahead and to punish him for expanding quickly like this.
That's right. Well, I mean, like, sometimes you just have to do it, though.
Look at the top left here. We have a pylon there. Is he hiding something?
Proxy DT Shrine, maybe?
I mean, it's not exactly proxy since he's so far away, and it's just kind of an odd spot to place a pylon and also have a probe there.
Oh, but we do have a Twilight Council going down now for Scipio, so I'm actually wondering what he's going to put in here to kind of complement the rest of his build. And oh my god, two proxy Stargates going down.
Okay, so hiding a couple Stargates, I wonder if these are ever going to get found. I mean, this is kind of way out of the way. I mean, definitely going to be hidden here from Scipio. Scipio with his own Void Ray heading across the map here.
Yeah, I think at this point, this is a rough spot for Aurelius to be in.
Look at the pathing on the Oracle just now popping out of that Stargate. That is going to run right into those Stargates for Aurelius. So he is going to know, unless he changes directions of that Oracle, he's going to know exactly what's going on.
Oh, and we do have an attack going on here. The Void Ray is in. Photon Overcharge has been used. Or not Photon Overcharge, Prismatic Alignment.
In the rear.
Let's bring it up the rear. Backdoor man. Go, 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 go.
Ooh, the Oracle flies right by the Stargates. I wonder if Scipio, excuse me, actually caught that. And the natural falls.
Natural falls. These probes are going to get cleaned up. Now, Aurelius is in an even tighter spot. He does have 2 Void Rays of his own on the way, but, I mean, this is pretty rough to even try and come back from.
Definitely. This is a lot of Zealots right now. We have
and
one.
I think he saw it. Like, I think
yeah, he's heading over there. But
kill the pylon.
Void Rays finish.
Kill the pylon.
10 seconds left on this Void Ray here. They're both getting chrono boosted out.
Oh no.
They both get out, and they are going to take care of that Void Ray. And so
the proxy goes down, and Aurelius is actually just okay to let that.
Just decides to let it, sacrifice itself.
Yeah.
For 2 Void Rays, but I really don't know how he can recover from this. He lost a lot of workers. He's down to 13 to Scipio's 23. So Scipio saturated on 1 base. Meanwhile, Aurelius a bit behind after losing his own expansion.
These Void Rays and Mothership Core are going to go ahead and back these all off for the moment. But the damage has been done. This actually makes it really, really hard for Aurelius to come back.
Yeah. And the Mothership Core are going to get picked off. No mass recall. I don't think it would have been in time anyway. And Scipio actually leaving this Stargate here on the left alone, realizing it's unpowered, decided not to actually take care of it.
Oh, looks like they're going to high-five each other in the middle of the map.
Uh-oh. And are we going to see the prismatic alignment from Aurelius?
It does not. Well, one.
This actually needs to be used on the Stalker, and it could have taken that initial Void Ray out a little bit quicker here, but all of his Zealots falling. He's got a couple Void Rays.
This is rough. This is really rough.
I mean, this is 11 minutes in this game, and it's just really back and forth with aggression from both players.
Oh, but he's sending the Void Rays up here.
Base. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Phoenix. Uh-oh.
I wonder how good the micro of Scipio is going to be. Oh, he's running into the photon cannon. No, he needs to micro his Void Rays. He loses one, and he's going to lose a second.
No, he needs to just hit E. Isn't that microing Void Rays? Oh, and the GG comes out of Aurelius. So with that is that series. Scipio takes the series 2-1. And we're on to our final series of the evening.